Are we in the midst of a Christmas miracle? Are we in a Santa rally? Is the pain finally over? Is it over? Is the pain over? Stay tuned, guys. I want to let you know. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Daily Grind Trader. Today, we're talking about Ravencoin particularly, but also we're going to go over Bitcoin because you can't go over anything in the crypto market without ultimately talking about Bitcoin at some point. Please remember, though, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I share my technical analysis publicly just so you guys can use it for yourself, educational, entertainment purposes only. Remember, you manage your own money. I don't do that for you. However, if you do like these videos, please think about hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, throwing a comment out there. All that stuff helps. It helps in the long run. It helps me out tremendously. The channel has gained tremendous traction recently, and it's all from you guys, so much appreciated. We're going to hop into the charts. Before we get started, I gotta show you guys this. Ethereum, I took a long position on Ethereum earlier today at around 8:30 p.m. and within an hour and a half, I came within 23 cents of getting my position closed and my take profit range at 12.7% profit. It was a quick long on the half hour candles, and I missed my take profit by 23 cents. So I'm hoping this bounces up and tests that level again and I get out soon. But man, that would have been a really nice quick scalp trade for 12%. But let's go into Bitcoin. Let's look at the overall Bitcoin market. So we're going to go on daily first. On the daily, so we've broken out of the wedge. We've also broken above the 200-day moving average. That is critically huge. The 200-day moving average is huge. And as of right now, we are also kind of fighting in this range here to get clean above the 21-day moving average, which will be the next level of support or resistance. So at this point right now, it's looking like it may be a little bit of a resistance for us, but once it's clean, broken through, it will act as a support, and this 21-day will start to hook up quick. It will start to turn, and then eventually cross over the 50 to 200. We'll stay kind of down here chilling on a slow snail pace, and once the 21 is above the 50, we are full bull. We're full bull. Now, the only concern, the only thing that can really slow us down right now is a hard rejection off of either 50K or 52K. A hard rejection off pushes down at least until 47.4 will likely bring us at least to this point here, back down to the midpoint of this channel. It could also drive price down. If this is a bull trap, this comes all the way up and it ends up being a bull trap, this has come all the way back down and tested that 42 level, which I am starting to believe is out of range. I'm starting to believe it won't happen. But until this level and this level get broken, this is still in play. So while I'm very optimistic right now, I'm still cautiously optimistic because 42K of retest is still in play. And we had down here, we had a nice looking breakout of this same type of wedge before ultimately falling back down all the way down to the wick area, to the bottom of the long sell wick, and hitting that again. So while I believe that this is done, it's actually kind of creepily in the same amount of time, like the same area time-wise as this one was. So be careful. Just don't get overly excited. Don't go leveraging too much. Don't go too deep in the margin or anything like that on a long position yet. Obviously do you, but I'm just saying I'm not going long on a long-term long until after 52K. That's just my opinion. That's the way that I'm going to run my ship. Is 52K is where I can go long in a long-term long. Now, let's get into Ravencoin, because Ravencoin has also broken this wedge. And look, that chart, it looks like I didn't even change charts. It really looks like I didn't change. And I'm going to go to the 4-hour chart for this as well, because Ravencoin obviously hasn't broken over the 200-day yet. It hasn't broken above the 21-day yet. So this 21 is going to act as a resistance here for a little bit. 8.79 cents as of right now would be a level of resistance, and currently sitting at 8.5 or just above 8.5. So breaking out of a resistance line here which could give us a little bit of a price action bump. On the short term, we could bump up through here and into 8.8. If we break, there we go, if we break the 21-day moving average and turn that into a dynamic support. Ultimately, you want the 21-day to start curling up, and then that would be a dynamic support. As the price runs up, it bounces back to the 21, up, back to the 21, and that becomes a support line. On the 4-hour, again, looking strong. You see these up, down, up, down, up, down. And again, I called kind of the bottom, and I'm not going to take any credit for calling the bottom, because you can make calls 100 times. You're right once, it doesn't mean you're good. But I did assume that the bottom of this wedge was going to get touched within like 24 to 48 hours of making my video. I think we were around here when I made it. I think it was around 1 or 2 a.m. on the 18th, or on the 19th. But yeah, we touched here, and I was still worried about hitting this low, like breaking out of the bottom of this wedge and hitting this low. 6.4 is still in play if we get rejected hard over here, and it's a bull trap. If obviously Ravencoin's price action right now is completely dependent on Bitcoin's price action, so it's hard to even make a definitive Ravencoin video, because I can just say, hey, just take your numbers and change them to Ravencoin numbers, because the resistance is going to be about the same level. The second resistance is going to be near the same level. Like the 50 and 52K here for Bitcoin will be, 8.25 cents or 9.25 cents, and then 9.62 cents. And if Bitcoin hits either one of those and gets bull trapped down, Ravencoin is going to do the same thing. Even if Ravencoin isn't to this level yet, it'll get resisted wherever it's at when Bitcoin drops, and it will dive with it. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way the market works right now. Everything works off of Bitcoin. So break these resistances here for Bitcoin, and Ravencoin will do the same. Break above the 200 here on the 4-hour. And a really cool thing here on the 4-hour is when the 21 did hook up, and it should come back up across. It should cross above the 50-day, and that is a good bullish sentiment to have. So with that right now, like, everything is looking bullish. Everything looks good. Everything looks strong right now. The only thing I'm not seeing, and it's still a little surprising, not surprising, but it's a little discouraging. It's the only thing that keeps me from being fully optimistic, is that we're not seeing a whole lot of volume. Like, volume is not super strong right now. There's not a whole lot of buying volume in the market. So while price is good, price action is good, it doesn't feel super strong yet. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep in mind that we still got a couple levels of resistance before we get into real bullish territory. And yeah, that's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, guys, until next time, peace.